Richard likes ruining movies.
Wow, you just came right out of the gate with that, like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, this is Wednesday. Is it?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday, my dudes.
So,
Anyway,
well, first off, welcome to episode 2.
episode 2. I have better mics this time.
Well, first off, I'd like to say Merry belated Christmas.
You as well, or you as, that was weird. You as well.
I mean, I know I smell, but I mean, you have to bring it up the pot. Jeez.
You know what? I'm gonna be like over the top of it. You as well, my good jolly holly dude.
Richard, you smell. I know. I smell like mothballs and disappointment. But yeah. So we kind of give you a little bit of a background to that because like I said, you just came right out of the gate with that. So I just like to reiterate, like I don't hate movies. I just want to get like right out the gate. I don't hate movies. If I hate a movie, I would definitely let you know if I hate a movie or not. But my thing is, like, I have the hack of watching certain movies, and you know, like how there's like certain people like who are like, you know, physics majors or, you know, music, like, you know, they just have like a specific like understanding about how, you know, certain things work, and they can watch a movie and be like, oh, that's not how it would work, or like, you know. So I have a tendency to kind of do that with movies to the point where I'm not fun at parties. So like, so a perfect example of this would be, so there's a movie called, I believe it's called Leap Year. Oh God, what is her name? Amy Adams, right? She's the one like in the Superman movie, Man of Steel, plays Lois Lane. Is her name Amy Adams?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Well, it stars her. And the premise of I'm trying not to ruin it for you, but the premise of the movie is that
I do remember this one.
Right? Yeah.
It's
so
her boyfriend is the brother, he's the youngest brother from Step Brothers.
Yes, the assholey one with the wife and kids, and you know he's has all these high expectations. You know, so yeah, he's in it too. He plays her boyfriend, and he's dragging his feet. She wants him to propose. Well, she learns that there's a tradition in Ireland that on New Year's Day, on a leap year, the tradition is that the woman can initiate the proposal to her boyfriend. So she realizes, well, it's been 4 years. He's dragging his feet. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, propose to him. And like I said, I'm watching this, right? And, you know, like some hijinks happen, blah, 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 you know, and she falls in love with somebody else. I won't spoil the movie for you if you haven't seen it, but it takes place in Ireland, beautiful countryside. You know me, I love Ireland, you know, and just all things Irish. And again, I'm watching this movie, both the wife and I are, because my wife loves romantic comedies, just in this romantic movies in general.
Mm. Oh, it also stars that guy who looks like the weird byproduct of Russell Crowe and Adam Driver. And I can never remember that guy's name.
I can't remember his name either. Oh shit. I'm trying to think of like a movie that he's in that you can maybe get an idea of. If you ever seen The Imitation Game, he plays like one of the guys who's like one of the coders who he doesn't get along with Benedict Cumberbatch's character.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm watching this movie, right? Mind you, the movie takes place in Ireland in January. I look at my wife and I go, how come there's no snow on the ground? And my wife's face just went like all sorts of like, what the fuck? Like, you know, and she's like, just stop. Just fucking stop. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like so I actually had to look it up, and it turns out like Ireland in January, it's relatively mild, like, you know, 40 some degrees. Not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like, you know, like a snowscape pretty much.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel that.
It does snow, but not much. But like usually like January and February is where they do get snow, but it's not a lot, and it's actually relatively mild. Like we're looking at like, you know, mid to low 40s.
So it's just wet.
Yes. But here's the thing.
Gotcha.
Everything is in fucking bloom. Like grass is green, flowers are bloom. You know, it is complete. Like, and like everyone's walking around in like, you know, like long sleeve shirt, like no jackets, like nothing.
That's true.
And I'm watching this. I'm like, how come there's no snow around? Like, better yet, like, why is everyone walking around like it's like pleasant and mild? Like, it's fucking January. I'm sorry, but January in Ohio is a tundra.
Problem.
Like, it's a problem. It's a
Yeah.
tundra. Per example, like I said, I grew up in the city. I'm actually initially born and raised in Akron, Ohio. We get lake effect snow, so it's a little bit different here out in rural Ohio.
You can tell from his accent compared to mine.
You podunk, tobacco chewing son of a. No, I'm kidding, but again, like I said, being growing up in the urban area, we get a lot of lake effect snow, so it's not uncommon to get, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches of snow, sometimes overnight, just given where it lies near Lake Erie. I will say the one thing moving out here where it was different, you can get like 2 inches of snow and you guys will shut down schools because like it's drifted over the highways or what, and I was just so not used to it. I remember vividly my wife going, "Oh, it's a level 2." I'm like, "What the hell is a level 2?" She goes, "You're serious, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm dead serious." And she's like, "A level 2 is like, drive with car." I'm like, "Yeah, we don't have that. 7 inches of snow, your boss is calling you. Gonna make it into work today?"
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of just an idea of like how I ruin movies. Basically, I will watch a movie and like something will just pop out at me. And here's the thing: if you're one of those people like, "Oh, I don't want to listen," he's gonna ruin my. I will unapologetically ruin your childhood. I hold no punches. I just want to get that straight out of the gate. Disney movies, done for. Like, I will just watch certain movies, certain things just point out to me either in like the dialogue or the script or whatever, and I get everyone's reactions, "Richard, it's a movie." And I'm like, yeah, but that does not mean you can't let certain things of logic just slide, or dialogue, or just the story itself just
That is true. There's a difference between realism
yes
and logic.
yes
Logic is important.
yes Case in point, no snow in January. So, but that's just an example. But again, like I said, and sticking to the theme of the holidays, like I said, with Christmas being over, everything's still being festive. Case in point, yes, I am wearing an ugly sweater that's Jurassic Park themed. I was not kidding when I said that I like dinosaurs. So, to kind of give you an example, so Home Alone.
Yeah.
You're smirking.
No, my brain did a thing. I looked at your shirt. My brain was like, "Jingle bells, jingle bells."
Life finds a way.
Just for the people listening, I did do the vestigial arms with the which is my best Velociraptor impression that I've never heard before.
Sounds like George of the Jungle for oh.
My favorite text message I ever got actually came from you.
Why's that?
Actually, no, it didn't. It came from Ryan, but it reminded me of you. I had a urinal thought, and I messaged it to Ryan, and Ryan's response back to my urinal thought, which in this case is completely superfluous because it was in no way as deep or funny as I thought it was compared to this. He sends back, "Somebody came up with dinosaur noises without ever hearing dinosaur noises, and I'm very uncomfortable with that."
Wow.
And I've never experienced my brain taking a shit, but it did then.
I will say in Jurassic Park, how they created the noises for him was actually really cool. They actually used some noises you would not suspect.
Well, I know they spent a lot of time in Africa
I think so, yeah.
recording different lion roars and messing with it in the programs. And then they recorded a lot of like giraffe sniffing sounds, stuff like that.
Fun fact. So you remember in the Jurassic Park how the velociraptors, when they walk into the kitchen and the one makes like that chirping, like barking noise initially? Believe it or not, that is the sound of a tortoise fucking.
Is it just slowed down?
No, it is legit a tortoise making a noise.